There's a man standing in my living room covered in blood. He's holding my daughter. She's smiling. The blood started at the front door, a smear across the hardwood, droplets leading deeper into the house. I followed it with a kitchen knife in my hand and my phone in the other. Hadn't called anyone yet, couldn't think, could only move. The hallway was dark. Crystal's backpack was on the floor where she always dropped it. Her shoes were by the stairs. She was home. She was supposed to be home. The blood trail turned into the living room. I heard her voice, laughing. My 8-year-old daughter was laughing. I came around the corner ready to scream, ready to stab, ready to do whatever a mother does when something threatens her child. A man stood in the center of the room, tall, broad, blood soaked through his shirt like he'd been swimming in it. His hands were red and dripping, and Crystal was in his arms, head on his shoulder, fingers wrapped around his neck, smiling at me like I was the one who didn't belong. I screamed, couldn't help it. The sound that came out of me wasn't human. I raised the knife and ran at him. Crystal screamed louder. Mommy, no! I froze mid-step. The knife was shaking in my hand. The man didn't move, didn't flinch, just stood there holding my daughter like he was waiting for me to understand something I couldn't see yet. Mommy, he's the good guy. Crystal's voice was small, shaky, but certain. He saved me. I looked at her, really looked. No bruises, no cuts, no tears. She was holding on to him like he was a life raft. There was a bad man, she whispered. He came through the window. He grabbed me. This man heard me screaming. My eyes went to his hands, sliced open, deep gashes across both palms, glass cuts, the window. He came through the window. Where's the other one? My voice didn't sound like mine. The man finally spoke, calm, steady. Backyard, he's not getting up anytime soon. I looked past him through the sliding glass door, a body on the grass, not moving. I turned back to the man holding my daughter. His shirt was soaked red, his arms were trembling, and he was still holding her because she wouldn't let go. The cops took the intruder away in handcuffs. He was awake by then, groggy, bloody nose, swollen eye, kept saying he didn't do anything. Nobody listened. The paramedics wanted to take the neighbor to the hospital. He refused, said butterfly bandages were fine, said he'd had worse. I didn't ask from what. Crystal fell asleep on the couch around 8 p.m., crashed hard, adrenaline dump. The neighbor was still there, sitting at my kitchen table while I made coffee neither of us would drink. I don't even know your name. My voice was hoarse. He looked up. Kaysen Dorsey. I'm 3 houses down, the blue one with the ugly fence. I almost laughed. Almost. I'm Corinna. I know. Crystal told me. She talks a lot when she's scared. I sat down across from him, looked at his bandaged hands, the blood seeping through, the way he held them like they didn't belong to him. You could have called the police, let them handle it. No, I couldn't. He said it simply, like there was no other answer. I have a daughter too. She's grown now, but I remember what it felt like when she was small, when everything in the world could hurt her. He looked toward the living room where Crystal was sleeping. I heard her scream and I just moved. Didn't think about it. Couldn't. I reached across the table and put my hand on his arm. Thank you. He nodded. Didn't say anything else. Didn't need to. A few months later, Crystal's teacher asked the class to write about their hero. Most kids wrote about athletes, pop stars, cartoon characters. Crystal wrote about the man who lives in the blue house with the ugly fence.